Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be a full gameplay video where I'll be giving you a lot of tips on how to play the marksman role effectively. So the first and foremost thing you need as a marksman is to enable the minions and towers button from the settings menu. So this is really important because most of the marksmen are single targeted and you need to make sure you hit what you want to hit. As soon as the game starts, as a marksman you have to head directly to the AD lane, and if possible, like me here, you can poke the enemy marksman and then you have to clear your wave. Clearing your wave is very important because it gives you golden experience. So as soon as you head to the lane, if you clear the first 3 minions, it will directly take you to level 2. But if someone else joins you while you are clearing the wave, for example if your mage is in your lane and both of you together, if you clear the wave, you will still be at level 1. This happens because since the mage is also there, they will also get the gold and experience from those minions, and it will be split between you two, and it is very bad for you to be at level 1 and you will be behind in gold than the enemy marksman. So right here, as you can see, the mistake that most of the people do with Elsu is they only snipe. From the start of the game till the end, the only thing they know to do is to use your S2 and snipe. So that's not how you should play Elsu. Elsu's auto attacks are very strong in the early game because he deals more damage, and no marksman can stand and fight Elsu 1 vs 1 in the early game. So you can use this as an advantage and keep poking the enemy, and Elsu also has a long range, by the way. So you can use it to poke the enemy and make them to retreat. So you can see me doing that effectively here. I make them retreat and then I take the vision bird and then I clear my wave, and when they are clearing their wave, that is the only time when I try to snipe them. And here we get caught out by the Hayate and we are forced to retreat. But however, even after Rui used her S2, I did not go because there are 3 minions in the lane now, and if I go now, I will lose all the experience and the gold that I should have received from those 3 minions. So I have to clear the minions first before going, and that's what I do. Now another mistake that I see most of the marksmen do is trying to take the tower before 5 minutes. As you can see now, the enemy laners are not in the lane and I have 3 minions, and if they are tanking for me, you might think that I can take the tower. But it's wrong, because for the first 5 minutes all the towers gain 50% damage reduction. So it is pointless for you to try and shoot them because it won't fall. So instead you can go around the map, you can go to the mid lane, you can go and place few sentinels on the enemy buffs, or you can get the vision bird. You can do these other things instead of trying to shoot the tower because it won't fall. Now if you look at the map, you can see that Kriknak is in the top lane. So it's safe for me to try and get this blue buff because he won't be coming here for a long time. Now for some reason, Pura and Hayate, they haven't returned to the lane yet, and they have been missing out on 2 waves worth of gold and experience. So this is really bad. You should never do this. You have to keep clearing all the waves so that you get all the gold in the lane, and only then you will be able to buy equipment and you will be able to snowball the opponents. Again, I don't try to take the tower, instead I go to the mid lane because it's not 5 minutes yet. As you can see now, Hayate is back in the lane, so we'll go there, and 3 of the opponent's minions are coming and we have to get the gold. Like I told you, it's really important that you don't miss any gold, and Hayate gets caught out and we try to poke him. As you can see, I don't sit there and try to snipe him. Instead, I just shoot him 3 times and then come back to clear my wave. And now, when my minions go in and give me the vision on him, that's a clean snipe on him. We only have like 15 seconds until it's 5 minutes, and we will be able to take this tower when the next minion wave comes. But until then, you should not stand there and try to snipe Pura. Instead, you can go to the enemy jungle and try to get the last creep, or you can see if the sage buff is back, because the sage buff spawns every 1.5 minutes if you take it, and then it spawned and I'm going to get the next sage buff also. Now we head back to the lane and Hayate is back, but Pura gets caught out and she is taken, so it makes Hayate very weak. The arena is here to help, but I try to poke Hayate and make him retreat so he doesn't join the fight. Now after 5 minutes we will get the cannon minion, which is very good at pushing towers and it's a lot more tanky. So we need to keep the minions at full health. If Hayate tries to come in and clear them, shoot him and make him retreat. And now use your tower button and shoot the tower when your minions are inside. So that's how you take the towers. I think we'll be trying to get the second tower as well with the same minion waves, because we have a lot of gold advantage, and I'm just waiting for the wave to get in. And I will use my tower button. As you can see in the bottom right, I'm using my tower button and the tower is almost broken now. Then when Kriknak tries to come at me, I use my ult to jump back, and this is when you have to snipe. When you are at full HP, you have to use auto attacks, and when they poke you, you have to jump back and then you can snipe. So this is what you need to be doing, guys. Like, if you watch carefully, after we took out both the towers, we started invading their jungle and we are like staying in their jungle for the most part, and we'll be getting all the creep that spawns, and since we are in their jungle, they will be afraid to come inside, and if they do, they'll be killed by us. So this is called the jungle control, and we are trying to control their jungle and trying to force them under their own towers. So this mid lane tower is also going to fall now. Like I said in the first itself, if you go to the mid lane and if you try to share the gold, that is the minions, with your mid laner, it seriously affects their farm. So try to avoid doing that, because if your mage doesn't have enough gold and you go and kill all their minions as well, you will have a lot of gold, but you will be primarily depending on the mage to do most of the crowd control for your team. So if your mage is low on gold, as a team collectively it will affect you all. So let the mage get all the gold that is in his lane, and you go and take the gold in your lane. Here you can see that Kriknak is trying to kill me, but since I am near my tower, I can use my ult and jump under the tower anytime. And he used his ult and he just ulted the minion wave, so he won't have his ult for the next 10 seconds. So I go and use my S1 so that I can get the vision inside the bush, and he didn't expect it, and before he tries to run away, my auto attacks, like I said, Elsu's auto attacks are very strong. It only took like 6 auto attacks to kill Kriknak. Now with Kriknak dead, I don't need to worry about an assassin jumping on me. So the opponents, they tried to fight when their assassin is dead, and this is also something you should avoid doing. If your assassin or someone in your team who is supposed to take out the enemy marksman, if they are dead, it is pointless to try and fight, because you will always lose. We managed to get the kill on Pura and Yena, and now this high ground tower will also fall now. As you can see, I am using my tower button again, so this is really important. And if I use my normal auto attacks, I will be shooting at Tulen instead of the tower. So since I am using the tower button, I can shoot the tower first and destroy it, and then shoot any other target. Okay, now to summarize everything in the video, the first point is you have to use your minions and towers button, because as a marksman you are single targeted and you need to know what you are shooting, and you have to shoot what you want to shoot. So you have to use the towers and minions button. And the second is, never miss out on any waves. Always clear all the minions in your lane, and don't let other teammates share the gold with you. If they did, go to their lane and share the gold with them. So this will make you even. So don't fall behind on farm by letting your teammate get your gold. And the third one is, don't try to get the towers before 5 minutes. So because the towers have 50% damage reduction and you will be just wasting your time, but instead you can take the vision bird, you can go to the enemy jungle, or you can go to the mid lane and try to poke the enemy mage. And the most important tip is, when you are in lane with another marksman, try to poke them whenever it is possible and avoid being poked by them. So if their HP is always low, they are in a higher chance of losing a fight if it breaks out. So keep poking the enemy marksman and you will have a lot of success in your future games as a marksman player. That's it for the video, guys. Thank you all for tuning in, and if you found this video helpful and want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and let me know in the comments what role or hero I should do next.